So this is a monument to your tragic affection for the Toronto Maple Leafs, which God love you. I'm sure it'll happen one of these days. But
not left to the imagination. You kind of know what this is when you're walking.
Yeah, it does make a statement. The masks are great. So okay, I recognize some of them.
Yeah,
but you have a pretty good cross section of Leaf goaltending history here, don't you?
Kind of took it from the 70s all the way through.
Yeah.
Right. So, we got Bunny LaRock, and I always loved Bunny LaRock. The fact that he had a nickname, the fact that it was Bunny, the fact that there's a Playboy bunny on his mat, like, come on, and Paul Matier and Joseph Wall. This one I really like because it's a Maple Leaf Gardens mask.
Yeah. And
it's signed by 5 different goalies. So, that one's really special why it has the center. And, yeah, and this is Wall's tribute to Belfour, and then we got Felix and Cujo and the Eagle, and then this is from the Toronto Star back in the 60s. It came in the paper.
Oh, that's great.
And my uncle saved it, and it's a crust. So I got handed down to me, and I got that framed. So that's a little original 6.
Yeah.
Part of it, and then I also love Martin Brodeur. So. Marty's up there, represented, and we got a Carey Price Canada mask as well, because obviously I'm a fan of Team Canada. So yeah, I come down here, and it's my little hockey haven, and I sit here and I watch the Canadian feeds.
Yeah,
with my NordVPN, and
we appreciate your loyalty.
It just. I really, really enjoy being down here. And over time, my girls have now come down with me, and they watch hockey with me. And they know Morgan Riley, and they know Austin Matthews.
You're taking this a great responsibility passing that on to poor innocent children.
Right?
Innocent children.
They need to feel my pain too.
Don't they know?
But Maple Leaf Gardens is super special to me. So I've been really lucky in a lot of the appearances and things I've done over the years, whether it's the March of Dimes, whether it's a Sports Celebrity Festival, where there's always some kind of raffle for stuff.
Yeah.
And I always put my name in there and just donate.
There was a particular Maple Leaf Gardens smell. I could tell. You walked in there. Looking at those pictures.
Looking at that picture, you can smell it, right?
100%.
And there's the Canada Cup tickets. There's Beatles tickets. There's Sittler's 10-point game signed by Sittler. And then just in Canada, you find random stuff. So I'm in Orangeville, and I go in this gallery, and there's a Wendel Clark painted game. I mean,
that's Tony Jenkins, I think, who did that. I think I know who did it.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw it. I was like, I got to.
Yeah,
it's Wendel.
Yeah.
So I took that on as carry-on coming home.
Yeah,
people are staring at me like
everybody curses, right? The guy trying to wedge that into the overhead. Yeah.
And then this is the championship that I had made, and gave one to my buddy Mike, who, like I said, is the voice of Sportsnet, and to the Leafs. So that. A version of that is what the Leafs give for player of the game. And then I hand painted all the little light switches and just did it by hand because I was like, I can't find Maple Leafs light switches that fit these. So I'll just go buy ones that fit and then paint them myself. And just little things. So the 67 team, signed by a bunch of them. Again, the Maple Leaf Gardens. This was a match that I had in the Air Canada Centre. The first time we did a Maple Leafs Edge branded t-shirt, so I got that framed up. And then this is just pucks from all the original Barnes.
The original 6, yeah.
Yeah, and so we got Orr, Beliveau. Just some of the names on here, right? And this was a tough one to get home. It's been through some damage, but it's hanging in. Johnny Bauer. Just Ted Lindsay. I got to the point with Lindsay over, a lot of these appearances where he goes, just call me Ted. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think even hockey players called him Mr. Lindsay.
Yeah, he told me to call him Ted. I was like, I'm going to do it.
Oh, God,
yeah. Tragically hip and then Little Bar and all my hockey sports books live here. So these are all the ones that I've yet to read.
That'll keep it going for a while.
There's a bunch. So, and then my most expensive cards are in here. So I got a Gretzky rookie, a Messier rookie, a Lemieux rookie, a Eisman rookie, a Sakic rookie, all of that. Yeah. So this is my happy place. There's some Steve Nash shoes. my uncle's equipment, and his lacrosse stick. Yeah. Yeah. So I love this little room. And, and there's a seat from Maple Leaf Gardens. So yeah. Yeah. It was tough finding the Maple Leaf blue.
Yeah. But that's it.
But that's it. It's as close as I'm going to get anyway. So, but yeah, this room makes me smile. So I come down here and, just kind of go back to sitting on my grandpa's knee and watching hockey, because some of my first tangible memories are hockey games and they're Maple Leafs games. And it's all my uncles who were all goalies. So they're all a little crazy. Because you got to be a goalie.
You're converting into the locals here? Like, how's it going in North Carolina? You've made any hockey fans down here?
Little by little. Yeah. Like my buddy, he's a surgeon and he's a big Boilermakers fan. So he's tried to get me in the Boilermakers and not as much as I've gotten him in the Leafs. He's like, okay, I get it. But yeah, and then little by little, like I got a Maple Leaf sticker on my truck and there's some Canadians down here that have noticed and followed me and go, Leafs? I'm like, yeah, you too? Yeah.
Yeah, the secret society. You need a handshake.
Yeah.